Well, we've got this useful thing today, so looks like I'm gonna have to boost all my attacks and just get them out of the way. Hopefully I can kind of focus for a span of 1 hour straight. And yeah, that's about it. Let's just try our best. So I'm gonna activate this, and we're gonna run our fireball into rocket loons. Nothing's changed over here at all. I think I just activated training pod after my first attack, but yeah, that's about it. Let's get going into our attacks. Here's my equipments and levels, so you can take them for reference. Only the queen that's left, I guess, to level up her equipments to max. But if you focus on a specific set of equipments, you should be somewhere more or less close to where I am. For the longest time, I didn't even have the spiky ball maxed out. So yeah, let's just see. Let's just see. Okay, okay, our first base looks like this very core heavy base, so we should be able to get going pretty easily over here, ideally. uh okay, all the enemy heroes are focused on the left side of the base, so what I'll do is I'll just start my warden out here, and I have to be careful of him getting in range of that ricochet cannon. I'm not sure if I should use my Royal Champion on the Monolith, or if I should use my Royal Champion on this side where the enemy Minion Prince is there. I guess I'll have to kind of wait and see the direction that my Warden decides to take and accordingly use my Royal Champion. So I'm just going to give him a moment. Looks like he's going to go up, so I'm going to immediately deploy my Royal Champion up top with the help of a few rocket balloons, just to kind of like ensure her spears go to those heavy targets, heavy targets. And there we go, that's it, that's the funnel we wanted. Now I can probably just do something as simple as this, get that core out. There we go, so simple. Entire core gone, that's exactly what we want. And now there's no reason for me to really wait anymore. I can just start my queen up top over here, and that should help. So yeah, Warden is safe for, I'd say, about 10-20 seconds or so. So now I'm just gonna siege barracks to funnel the king into the base, and these guys are all set. Yeah, so 10 to 20 seconds, as I did say. Looks like we've got a clan castle pull, just some headhunters. So I'm gonna freeze the headhunter first, rage up my warden. Hopefully my warden gets the headhunter down. Okay, great. Yeah, I think we should be in a pretty good spot. Now I can save the poison over here for the ice golems, enemy queen, whatever it is that may trouble us. And this is looking so good. There we go, perfect earthquake boots. So like, this is just so crushed, you can already see. I guess I'll use my last earthquake over here to weaken up all of these structures waiting for me. And I even forgot I have all of these rocket loons. Like, I don't really need to do anything else. This is so crushed, this is beyond crushed. What can I say, like, these base styles are just so easy for this style of attack, especially if you use this trick of sacrificing your royal champion. I needed just one invis spell to get the fireball into the core, and I hope you guys don't mind. I'll spend some time talking about this, but I've seen people save the royal champion for the back end. But if you use the royal champion the same way I did in this attack, you're removing the defenses, so you don't have to deal with them later. If you use two invisible spells, like if I had an invisibility spell on the monolith section as well as the bottom, I still have to deal with the defenses itself with the warden later on, and that's some trouble I don't want to take. So if I can instead spare an earthquake and delete that entire corner out with my royal champion, it's just a lot more convenient. Like, it's a permanent funnel that is set into the base, and it more deterministically decides the direction my warden takes, and it just helps me even more to place my king and queen much sooner on the base. So it's a lot more helpful to do it that way, don't you think? You also get to save all your rocket loans for the back end, and what more do you want, right, on this kind of a base? On to the next one, guys. Let's keep going. Another one of these base styles? Are you kidding me? Oh well, good for us. The only thing you have to worry about is dealing with these enemy heroes, especially in these tight corners with so many major defenses. Yeah, other than that, it's not really too difficult, right? I think you guys know that by now. So where do I want to start? I guess I'll start over here. 1 2 3 4 5. I just need to be careful of the enemy royal champion. Is that good enough? Will I be able to snipe the royal champion before she heads back? I'm just gonna take some time and be careful right over here, because you don't want to take that risk. It's really not worth it. This is an easy snipe on the builder hut, so I'll take that any day. time to reach up my Warden so that he can deal with all of that damage. And looks like this is where I'll be using my Royal Champion then. Yeah, so you can see if my Royal Champion gets this down in time, then I'll be in like such a good spot. Okay. Yeah, come on. If the monolith goes down, we are good to go. We are super good to go. And Royal Champion, please go off to the right. Perfect. Thank you. Looks like no ice golems in this clan castle. So once again, I don't need to do much over here. It's just as simple as this. There we go. It's just one invis that I spare, and you can already see this entire funnel is set for me. I don't have to worry about anything at all. Warden is definitely going to go up onto the base from over here. So what am I even waiting for? Let's just already get this funnel moving for the king and queen. Like, even if Tesla's pop up, it really doesn't matter. He'll go to the clan castle and he'll move out to the scatter shot from there. So really nothing to be concerned about. Yeah. Okay, looks like there's just some pesky little Teslas waiting for me on the bottom of this base, but no worries. I just dropped the balloons so that I could what do you call it? I just dropped the balloons so I could test for those black mines if they're hiding over there. I don't even think I'll need my siege machine on this one, so let's just wait and see. Keep funneling my king and queen to weave through the compartments. We should be all good. Warden is still chilling, really nothing to be concerned about just yet. I'll drop one earthquake like this to waken up all of the remaining structures. So this is also something I just love right now about having 3 earthquakes in this attack. Like, just look at this, guys. That these defenses are so that I don't need anything of anymore. I can swag literally all of this. This is just 2 rages, a freeze, all of these rocket loons, a siege. Man, that's way too much to swag on an attack. That's just ridiculous. Okay, I couldn't even drop my troops. I don't think I need to explain anything. Again, just the same trick. Use your Royal Champion early so that you can have your Warden deterministically go in a particular direction. I like to get the monolith out. I think you've seen that pattern in the last 2 attacks. It's just a very inconvenient defense on these base tiles, which is very close to the clan castle. So you obviously don't want to deal with the clan castle while facing monolith fire and maybe some other defense fire, right? In the core, at least those fire spitters, for example. So all the more power to you if you just use your Royal Champion on the flank that way and just get it done with. It sets the funnel, it removes the damage for you, and your Warden is super safe for the rest of the attack. Like, what is even left to do? I just have to clean up those barbarians. We'll move on to the next one. Alright, more of a very core heavy base on this one, which is good. It's a bit of variety for us. Just gonna take some time to figure out where I want to place the fireball. Like, ideally it would be somewhere on this rage tower. I'm thinking not to be too greedy and just go for this multi-archer tower right over here. I think that should be pretty good value, but I have to be very careful of my Warden from that point onwards. So that's just something I'm a little worried about. I will have to multitask to a larger extent on this one. I can already see it happening. So I'll focus on my Warden for just a little bit. I don't think it will be too much of a problem. And this might also be a base where I end up saving my Royal Champion for a bit later. Who knows? So I'm not going to drop any troops behind him just yet. I'm not sure what direction I want him to take either. That's the only reason I'm doing so. So let's just freeze that. Okay, please get that minion prince out of the way. Perfect. Okay, so I'll start by removing the hero hut behind him, and I think this should be a pretty good start. Yeah, now I don't know how I'm gonna take care of the town hall. It's in a very deep spot. Okay, I think I can not yet. I have to be patient. Let my Warden chill there. I'll start my king and queen out here. Should I use a log launcher? I think I can use a log launcher. Like, I already have a natural funnel point right over here. Let's keep an eye on my Warden. He should be okay. No, he will not be okay. Very shortly, he will not be okay. But it's okay. I'll drop what he needs in a bit, which is this rage. Yeah, I think now he's also probably starting town hall fire. So perfect time for that rage anyways. Yeah, earthquake. Sorry, log launcher should be coming in at like just the right time, I guess. And the log launcher should also help my Warden quickly get rid of the town hall. Amazing, amazing. That's all we really want. Should I save my Warden? Too late, too late, too late. It's okay, it's okay. This is going already pretty well. I can spare one earthquake right here to just do this, and then blanket with some rocket loons very quickly while my royal champion is helping out over here. And that should be the end of this base. There we go, one rage right there. uh, Over here I'd like to talk about the concept of cross tanking. It's something I haven't talked about too much. So while my royal champion is taking care of things in the core, these rocket loons are coming and making life super simple for my royal champion. Like you can see, she's practically full health. We walked into monoliths and expos over there, all which can target her even though she's in rocket spear mode. But the fact that I have rocket loons continuously coming in to kind of share the damage with my royal champion just allows her to succeed in doing what she needs to do, and you overwhelm the base by just damaging it on multiple fronts and also tanking it on multiple fronts. So I just feel like that's a little important, and it's something I haven't talked about too much because the base styles can be easy for this particular attack. Anyways, that's a bit of a tougher one that we got out of the way. Just have to pay a bit of attention to your Warden. Log launcher was a good seed choice. We managed to weaken up the core significantly, allowing our king and queen to easily handle whatever is there in the core, what's even left after the fireball. And yeah, those are the only tips I want to give for that one. Let's move on to the next one, guys. Do I even feel bad that these are the base types that I have to deal with? it's I mean, no, because that royal champion charge is just taken over the entire meta right now, so I don't have any reason to feel bad. The only thing I'm gonna do over here is drop like one barbarian. Okay, no Teslas for me, so I can just do this straight away. That gets rid of the entire clan castle. I have no clue where my Warden is going. What is he doing? Let's keep him invisible for a second so that I can save him while my healers kind of catch up. That's a bit of trouble. Yeah, it's okay, it's okay. I think we'll somehow manage. The only problem is the Warden is like fully in line with that fire spitter now. So okay, I'll just like let him go invisible. What? He goes all the way to core and triggers that? That is crazy. I'll just rage him up again, make him invisible again, because that's the enemy queen. She has too much of DPS that I don't want to worry about. So I think the way we're dealing with this looks good for now. Hopefully he's oh my god, he's tackling the entire core. Warden, you madman. I don't think I'll be able to save you anymore, sadly. That's the only problem over here. I'll still stick to using a log launcher for this one. I think I dropped way too many. Yeah, I'm going to let my Warden die. There's no point in trying to spare more spells to keep him alive. It's just not going to happen. So he walked way too deep in, and this is another base where I can kind of preserve my what do you call it, my royal champion for the back end. Now the only problem I have over here is just the fact that that Invis tower is still standing. I'll drop my last rage over here. Hopefully the Yetis don't trigger the Invis tower, but simply get it out straight away, you know. That's a bit of a problem. That's a bit of a problem. Let's see if I can somehow just get it out. I don't have any more earthquakes over here. I'm literally just trying my best to trigger that Invis tower as much as possible. Okay. I don't know if my royal champion has enough juice to get to a town hall. I'm risking a 1-star right now. It's okay. Let me just try to snipe the town hall straight away. Perfect. Okay, I think my queen will survive now. I don't have to be too concerned. And we should be able to attack the fire spitter from behind. Yeah, that was a very close one. But for what it's worth, I think I didn't place my Warden properly. That was way too risky for no reason whatsoever. That was just too much of a risk to take. Maybe if the pet wasn't a jelly on this one, it wouldn't have been as bad. I should have. That's a mistake you guys can learn from. I didn't pay attention to how the fire spitters were looking at on this base, and I ended up wasting a lot of spells, and my healers took a lot of damage. So if I had to use those spells, otherwise my healers would have gotten wrecked. So Maybe if I had just paid a bit more attention to my warden's pathing, he would take through the base. Like for example, instead of dropping him maybe over here, literally, on the top of this shadow archer's head, I can't even draw. Um, if I dropped him a little bit more north over here and then spared even like one invis, he would have had a much clearer path to go like from the top of this compartment rather than closer to the core. And I guess that's just one mistake you can learn from, right? We still recover it and we managed to get the 3-star anyway. On to the next one. I don't really need to say anything else at this point. Let's just hope I can be efficient enough while dealing with this. I'm gonna start right here. Royal Champion, where do I want you from? I guess right here should be fine. I need to rage up super soon. Or no. Oh, yes. Like I'll allow him to also handle with the ricochet cannon under the same rage. It should be good. Okay, now Royal Champion, you need to die out super soon. Okay, great. Yeah, she is practically there. I think 2 rocket loons to finish up that entire area. We should be all set. I'll allow the angry jelly to finish off this ricochet cannon, I guess, and then we are pretty much all set. It's just the same formula again and again. Nothing for me to do. Let's just try to be a little fast in our execution, I guess. I just need to watch out for raging of the warden soon-ish, maybe. Not yet. He's safe. Okay, headhunter for the enemy queen, perfectly timed. Do I even need a siege machine here? I'll try to break that intersection open. The only thing I'll point out is notice how I'm zoomed out now, so I can kind of keep tabs on both my warden charge as well as my king and queen, and I am playing on a mobile phone, so I don't want to hear any excuses from you guys like, oh, this is so difficult to do if you're playing on a phone. Okay, now we're in a bit of trouble because there's 3 witches in the clan castle and they've split in different directions. Obviously not ideal, but what can you do, right? I'll freeze that, raise this up because I don't need my warden to help me out anymore. My rocket loons can just finish up everything else, no siege needed, and that's another done deal, guys. That's just, what do I say, almost a full minute left on the clock as well. It is what it is, right? Like, these are the base threats that defend those Royal Champion charges, especially with all sorts of different trap setups. I'm sure there's a reason these bases are very popular, and we're here for it, man. We're just gonna take full advantage of it, claim what we can, and just hopefully keep climbing up the legends ladder, right? I forgot to hit the record button for this one, but we finally hit a really good base, and I actually failed on this one, and I just want to show you guys why I ended up failing. So obviously very good spread of defenses. That core is not easily reachable, and there's just some aspects of this base I really want to talk about. Like, I would love to get a fireball somewhere in this core, ideally on either poison tower or the inferno tower. So for that I'd have to like charge from this left side of the base, which is exactly what I do. And I can already see like my warden is in a position where he's going to start moving like up on the base over here. So right off the bat, a lot of damage, enemy hero coming towards him. So just spare the spells needed, spare headhunter needed, just get him out of the way and we can take it from there. So because I realize I want my warden to start moving up on the base, I do this Royal Champion funnel trick on the bottom and baby dragon right beside the Royal Champion, of course. So there it is, he moves up to the top. The Royal Champion handles 2 major defenses and that's the end for her. Nothing else really that I can do. Now here's the funny part, right? I thought, okay, I'll clean up like this archer tower up top. I can place some invis in this area so that I can redirect my fireball to the core. But then I see all of these Teslas popping and wow, like this is just I guess I get overwhelmed because by the time I realize there's Teslas popping over here, my warden has deleted every single trash building. So I am too late to deploy my fireball at this point, and that's when I realize I need to start my king and queen. I have no time to use my fireball now. Like, there's no way. If I make these buildings invisible, what's gonna happen is my warden is gonna go to the core himself, and I don't want that to happen. I just want him to stay outside. I just want him to stay outside and stay safe while I can deploy the fireball. But I realize it's too late to do that, so I just start my king and queen. And I notice like, oh, the skeleton is on my warden. Quickly, quickly, let's do this. But I did it way too late. I should have done it as soon as the skeleton trap popped, and you can see like he just got destroyed. Not even like a second, and he just went from like 100 to 0 on his health bar. Anyways, king and queen on the bottom, they're doing a good job of like breaking into the core. Realize like, okay, I need a log launcher for the town hall, or else I'm gonna one star over here. Can't be helped, it just happens sometimes. So we're in a bit of a rough spot, you can already see. Luckily, I have the rage spells from my warden charge still unused, and I can kind of convert this to a mini queen charge over here, and we do just that. And some recovery tips for you guys, like when you're in positions like this, then cross tanking matters so much more. So while my queen is charging this, like I'm waiting for her to get into position to tank the scatter shot as well as the minion prince, and I do my best to try to take out this enemy royal champion, but I should have waited for the ricochet cannon to go down. So we fall a little short there. The rocket loons barely miss getting that multi inferno inside that core, and as a result, I don't even snipe the enemy royal champion, so we fall a little short over here. It's practically just a time fail. My queen is more than capable enough of grabbing this X-bow, the royal champion, and the inferno. It seems very very dicey, but you'll see. Like I have some troops to kind of tank for her, and there it is. She takes out the royal champion, and that's it. That's a time fail. We still had 3 yetis coming around. Nothing we can do about it. It was a good base in that sense. Like I got overwhelmed by the Teslas on the top, so no fireball for me. Just if I had gotten the fireball down early, maybe with a few more invisibles than I anticipated, would have been a done deal. But yeah, that's our first fail for today. Let's move on to our next one. Well, at least it's a very very well spread base, so credit is there where it's due, I guess. I'll only just try to pay a little attention on how my warden kind of paths through the base, I guess, more than anything else. So okay, I'm just gonna do it this way so I can, yikes, I ended up making, okay, that's not even an option anymore. I'll just do it this way, I guess. I really don't have an option. Please go to the air defense up top, please, 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 please. Okay, thank you. The reason I'm saying this is so that he can path more closer towards the core over here rather than going to the bottom. I think this is a base I can do this on. Just pay attention for the clan castle. Right there it is. Freeze that. Don't die, Warden. I need you to stay alive for me a little bit longer. Okay, okay. We should be good. I think I'll just deploy my royal champion on my warden's far flank to just get rid of the X-bow and the scatter shot more than anything else. And his angry jelly has worn off anyway too. Wait, that's a bad thing. Now he's going to end up following my royal champion. You know what? It's still fine. It is still okay. It's not okay. This is just me, and this is totally not okay. You can see his healers are in a lot of trouble. What am I doing? What am I doing? I didn't expect my royal champion to path that way. That is a bit unfortunate. Anyways, I think I'll just have a pure queen charge coming in over here. I have the rages to do so. I don't see the need for my king to step in. I'll save my king for the other invest compartment. That should be fine, I hope. Yikes, queen. No, you're breaking the wrong wall. Oh, she went up. But I can't believe I'm failing on bases like this. I have to sacrifice my king there. That's a little unfortunate. What am I doing? What am I doing? Oh well. It is what it is, right? My warden had a good initial path, but the problem is the Royal Champion ended up pulling him. I was a little too late on deploying what I needed to support him to go towards the town hall, because like him going to the town hall would have been like literally perfect. But I'll just rage these Yetis up. Hopefully they can get rid of whatever is there on the bottom, and we'll sprinkle in some of these guys to kind of just help out. I guess get as much percentage as we can. Not much we can do from here. Yeah, that was a bad fail. That was a pretty bad fail. But nothing much that we can do about it, right? Nothing much we can do about it. Like I learned from my own mistakes. I need to estimate the range of the Warden interacting with my Royal Champion better. So that definitely just threw my Warden in for a bit of a ride. Yeah, if my Warden stayed up over here, you can imagine what would have happened. Like he would have taken the fire spitters from behind them, easily handled the enemy heroes one at a time while handling the town hall up top. And I think the plan for king and queen was just this right side compartment. Like it's just straight up value for my spiky ball and earthquake boots, right? Just a lot of mistakes on that one. Nothing we can do about it. We'll move on to the next one. Last one for today, and okay, looks like the town hall compartment. The single infernos. Why are they single infernos? Oh man. Fire spitters facing right my way off the bat as well, so no flame flinger weaknesses for me to exploit. Alright, we have a base and a half to work with. Let's see what we can do. Okay, initial thoughts, I'll just start my Warden right here. I got a fireball on the ricochet cannon, I'm hoping, and I would like to ideally stay away from the single inferno. So let me just try to charge my Warden into this area. Notice how I've placed my healers so that it doesn't form like a perfect straight line. I'm trying to buy myself some time. So just let me see. I'm only going to use one earthquake here. Yeah, because the Warden is kind of like working on bringing down. The Warden is working on bringing down the ricochet cannon, so there's no need for me to use two earthquakes right then. And I think we're good. I'll just try to really funnel my Warden to stay more close to the bottom of this base. I think the Tesla should help us as well, but I think I'm a bit unlucky over here. If that elixir collector doesn't go down, then yeah, but hey, at least at least this is more manageable. I'll just freeze that real quick. I could have spread an invis as well, it wouldn't have mattered, but yeah, this is one base where I'm gonna have to be a little bit more careful. Where is my Warden going? Okay, just stay invisible. You're gonna attack those ground skeletons, aren't you? Of course. I expected no less. That's fine. I think I am in a position to do this. So let me try to help my Warden out. Like, luckily he's under like no extra damage, so should be good. I think he can tank the monolith fire, but ice hound and okay, I haven't even spared the poison yet, so we should be fine technically speaking. Let's try to funnel out this entire section too, so that I can push my king and queen over here. Okay, perfect. Warden is chilling. Warden is okay. Ice golem down. Now we can freeze this up. Sorry, rage my Warden up. Okay, I lost my king super early, but hey, look, at least yeah, at least now I'm in a position where my Warden is charging the town hall. But oh, I forgot there's an invisibility spell also waiting for me out there. So he's gonna I've lost him. I've lost my Warden over here. There's no way I'm gonna save him. I might just have to run a log launcher through. This is a very tough base. This is a very tough base. I might one star this, honestly. 30 seconds is not enough to get the town hall down. No way this is enough. This is a very tough base for this attack. Yeah, I feel like I've been baited. This is not at all enough. No way I'm gonna get that town hall. Oh man, that is rough. Nope, no way I'm getting the town hall down. No way at all. That is such a rough base. No. A bit unfortunate, but it is what it is. Oh well, we can't get them all. Man, I think I'll go over this base and think of a way in which I can probably take it down in a much better way. Let me just think on it a bit. I'll re-record this again. Alright, the mistake I realized I made was I funneled out these buildings right over here. And what that did is it forced my warden to sit in the core for a very long time, expend too many spells I didn't have the bandwidth for, honestly. So good base building in that sense. So I was just stuck in the core. I'm just gonna put it to 4x so you guys can see what I'm talking about. This exact thing I did right here, because I was hoping my warden would go south over here, but you can see I didn't even funnel out these trash buildings over here, and that's what forced my warden to, you can see it right here. There's nothing for me to say. And one more mistake, I didn't even need to spare that rage on my warden right then. So just an absolute waste of resources. I'm not too happy with that. I'm pretty sure I wasted my king also right here. Yeah, the single inferno just burned him up, and then it just completely fell apart from there. Yeah, king and king queen royal champion. These guys got like no value at all. The seed choice was terrible for how late into the attack it was, and I couldn't even save any rocket launch for the top of the base. So good base building in that sense. I guess the only thing I had to kind of like worry about was like, okay, the fireball value was immediate. There was no reason for me to funnel out these buildings up on the top. So yeah, that's just, I guess, the biggest mistake I made over there. Landing a fireball immediately over here, and then accordingly deciding where my warden would walk. I had to start funneling based on that. I shouldn't have cleaned up these buildings beforehand, and that's what led to the death of my warden and so many spells just being wasted off the bat. Yeah, lesson learned. Hopefully you guys learned from that as well, and that's about it. I'll just catch you guys in the next one. Not the best offense today at all. A lot of misses towards the ending, but you know what, for what it's worth, we learned something today, and I'll take that into consideration for my next attacks, because we are a little higher into legends now, and it's okay. I'll probably go negative today, no big deal. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.